Ladies and gentlemen, let me first start my evaluation by thanking Johnson for not talking about soccer, because the last time he talked about soccer, I misspelled his team member name. And I believe that was the biggest crime that a man can ever commit. So as a payback today, I shall deliver one of my most encouraging, inspiring, and super evaluation for you. So I'm gonna break my evaluation into two parts: the good parts and probably the points of the book. So first, let me start with what I liked about your speech. So you started with a story about how this lady performed a CPR and rescued a dying uncle. If you get that story right, it was great. And then right after that, you waved a statistic of how many people collapsed because of a sudden heart attack. And at that point of time, I believe that all the audience was captured by the hook that you had made at the beginning of your speech. By showing that story and weaving it with a statistic, you appeal to our logic and emotion at the same time, making us believe that CPR is indeed important. Again, that was very good. The second thing that I like about your speech is that you use various sources, which is one of the objectives of the speech. I realized throughout my Toastmaster journey, I've listened to many Project 7, sorry. Many people use one or two sources, but you use three, and I believe more than that, throughout your entire speech, which is fantastic. It boosts your credibility and make your story more believable because of the sources that you cite. And the third thing that I like about your speech is that I like how you use your hoodie as a props right here, making us imagine like a disabled person with no legs. So it's very easy to swap around. And I like how you take advantage of that hoodie and make it appear as a real person and performing a CPR on him. It makes us able to imagine what it's like to give a CPR. And lastly, despite the fact that you have included many facts and statistics and story, your speech is rather simple and was easy to follow, and I like that. That was the essence of this project. However, I believe there are two main things that you should take note of. At the beginning of the speech, I felt that you appear rather soft. I need to strain my hearing a little bit just to listen to some certain words. But I believe that with a little adjustment to your volume, it will be just great. And the second thing that I would suggest you to do is to increase the number of pauses. Because if you think about his speech, there were a lot of information that goes on inside his speech. So a little pause here and there will make your speech more easier to be accepted by our mind. But overall, it was a great speech. I look forward to your next speech, as long as it's not soccer speech. Back to you.
Thank you, competent communicator Magnus, for his evaluation of Johnson's Project 7. Can we now have the timeless report for the evaluators?
Sean 330, Bunwei 227, Eric 326, Ricky 328, Devina 541, Magnus 317. So Devina.
Okay, so for the evaluators only, Toastmasters Devina will not be qualified to be voted. Can we now have the art counter report?
Okay, hi everyone. I can use due to time constraints, I will only present the lucky people who are being fined today, which are only 5 people today. I'm not sure whether Keen is he's eligible. He has 13 Max has 13 as well. Zai Wei, he's here. He has 6, unfortunately, so just 1 extra. Devina, I'm so sorry, you had 17, and Cassandra has 7. Yeah.
Before we have the general evaluators evaluation, we'd like to give a round of applause to our appointment holders. Ellie for being an SAA, Santika for being a timer, and Ryan for being the time filler and R counter reporter. So please give them a round of applause. Okay. Now you have the very